Hello and welcome to Inside Eugene. I'm your host, Marin Stewart. This podcast takes you behind the scenes of Eugene's Library, Recreation, and Cultural Services Department, sharing the stories, people, and programs that make our community vibrant and connected. Today, we're talking about a brand new downtown event, Picnic at the Pavilion. Every Wednesday through the end of September, the Farmers Market Pavilion comes alive with food trucks, music, bistro seating, and casual lunchtime vibes. Joining me today are two of the creative minds behind this collaboration. We'll talk about the vision, what's on the menu, both literally and figuratively, and why this matters for Eugene's downtown experience. Welcome, Eric and Dan, and please introduce yourselves.
My name is Eric Brown. I'm the City of Eugene's downtown manager. My role at the city is to connect community members, business owners, property owners in downtown with the City of Eugene as an organization and help them navigate what can sometimes be a tough organization to understand from the outside.
I'm Dan Hinman. I'm a development analyst with the Community Development Department. My job focuses on trying to help the various parts of our organization at the city communicate and work together on projects in both the downtown riverfront and downtown areas.
Tell me about this program and how did the idea come about?
You know, we wanted to activate the pavilion on another day during the week. We've got Saturday Farmers Market, which obviously draws tons and tons of people to our downtown. And then Tuesday Farmers Market activates the space again. And increasingly with First Friday Art Walk and company parties and different community events, that space is getting more and more active. But we wanted to have a regular event where people could just come down, enjoy the public space. It's our newest, nicest public space in downtown Eugene. So we really wanted people to just appreciate what we've done together as a community to build this space and bring vibrancy to downtown.
Yeah, absolutely. The Pavilion is a gorgeous venue any time of year. Talk to me about that. Why at the Pavilion and you know?
Yeah, so the Farmers Market Pavilion and Plaza is our most recent urban renewal project. So urban renewal is this financial tool that we can use to build great spaces downtown. We recently made some final improvements to the space, added concrete to the entire space so that we're no longer dealing with the gravel that used to get tracked into the building and into our electrical and plumbing systems. We've got a new music sound system, so folks will be able to enjoy music. And we've got tables, chairs, and food trucks. So it's pretty low key, pretty laid back. But we were out there on Wednesday and it just had a really great vibe.
One of the things for me, I love in the summer eating in the park blocks and seeing the pavilion only used during the lunch hour once a week on Tuesdays really made me excited to have this happen because it's a wonderful space. It's beautiful. It's got lots of sunshine and trees. And so getting people outside in our downtown and seeing it in a way that it's fun and you don't need to purchase anything to use the space. It's open to anybody. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to use the term picnic was you can bring your lunch or you can buy your lunch from a food vendor. And this is a way of just gathering positively in our downtown during lunch. And it's hopefully going to continue growing and bringing people into a new appreciation of what we have downtown.
Yeah, I love that. I love seeing downtown more lively, kind of during the week. You know, you always think of Saturday market and things like that, but not really like lunchtime on a weekday. So I love that. And you guys had a trial run last week, right? How did that go? I know you mentioned this big group from UO came. How was the rest of the community? Did you notice a lot of people there?
It seemed pretty busy to me. I will say other than a Tuesday farmers market, I haven't seen that many people on a work day during the day down in that area. I didn't get the exact number at the end, but I know I was talking to one of the staff members and we had over 100. So I'll take that as a win. And I saw a lot of smiles.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we sort of ran it as a trial run just to make sure that we could get the food trucks in the right place and get tables and chairs and music, all of that happening in a coordinated way. And Dan and I and our friends in cultural services put it out to their colleagues. And it seemed like word kind of spread across the organization. And so we had lots of colleagues on the plaza, but then passersby couldn't help but join in on the action. So it was really good to see. It was exactly how I imagined it might work.
Awesome. That's so good to hear. Leave it to the city employees, right, to bring the crowds. So awesome. And so talk to me about the food vendors. How are they selected? What kind of variety we have?
So we found them through asking cultural services as well as some of our other teams within the city if they had contacts to any food trucks. We reached out to probably a few dozen, and we got some positive responses. It's a good group. We have, I think, 6 vendors and possibly a 7th joining, some good small businesses. And that's also part of it for us, is seeing how we can help small businesses locally here grow and build a following and kind of go from there. So there's Mini Donuts, who doesn't love that? We have Thai food, pizza, sandwiches, ice cream, cotton candy. There's a lot of different things for different people. I was very impressed with our vendors and just how quickly they can set up and get going, and also how quickly they can break it down and get going for the day. We have room for more, so if anybody's interested, please reach out to us. We'd love to have as many people as possible.
Awesome. Sounds great. Well, sounds like you have a really good variety going on.
We do.
That's great.
They're good people and they're good businesses.
So what else, if somebody was just happened to be downtown for lunchtime, what other things throughout the week even are going on around downtown Eugene in lunchtime?
I can chat about that. So this week actually kicks off Artistic Encounters, which is a lunchtime concert series. In the past, we've done it mostly at Kesey Square. This year, we're adding the West Park Block to the mix. So Tuesdays, West Park Block will have a concert. And so that will complement what's going on at the farmers market across the road. So we'll have lots of activity in those central park blocks on Tuesdays. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Artistic Encounters happens in Kesey Square. And this is a locally produced event series and very similar vibes to Picnic at the Pavilion, I would say, although the live music concert aspect definitely adds a little bit more intensity to the experience. So super fun, and I think they complement each other well.
Awesome. That's great. So talk to me about kind of activating and revitalizing downtown Eugene generally. How does the event do this? And then kind of what else are we doing in that space?
Yeah. So, you know, it's no shocker to anybody that downtowns across the country struggle with, vacancies, lack of foot traffic, particularly since the pandemic. For our downtown and lots of downtowns on the West Coast, we lost our office workers that generally kept the lunch scene happening and supported retail and that healthy mix of activity on the sidewalk. So the city of Eugene, along with our partners, are doing a number of things to try to bring back that positive atmosphere on the street. We've got a few different loan programs to start businesses with signage and facade improvements and tenant improvements. That is out of the urban renewal program in community development. So we're able to support new businesses. We're actively recruiting new businesses to downtown, working with, again, partners like the Chamber and Downtown Eugene Merchants and Downtown Eugene Incorporated. So it's a big community effort to bring that positive activity back to downtown. There's a lot of forces that are working against us, and our foot traffic levels still aren't up to what they were pre-pandemic during the week, but we're on track. We're slowly building back, and it's really nice to see our community enjoying our public spaces. The flower program will roll out again this summer, along with these events that I've spoken about. So it's going to be a good time in downtown, and we hope that people will come out and enjoy.
I love downtown in the summer. The flower pots.
Flower pots.
Oh my gosh, those are everything. Yeah, I feel like it has such a stigma, but I feel like, people spend a little more time downtown. You see, there's so much to love about it.
Yeah. We've done some right-of-way improvements as well, so sidewalk and street improvements to try to make things more accessible and more attractive, fixing broken sidewalks, adding lighting where we can, public art, lots of different things to try to make the public sphere more inviting and welcoming, and to support that positive activity.
As someone who works downtown every day, seeing the team that it takes to keep downtown in a positive direction is always encouraging. I've had friends and family come into town and they love it, and they see the positive things, and they tell me about it, the things that we miss every day because we're so used to it. And I think to Eric's point that a lot of downtowns have been struggling, and we sometimes forget or miss those small but big things that have improved in downtown Eugene. And these are just another way of continuing those improvements.
Absolutely. Yeah. How are you excited to see this event evolve in the coming weeks or in the future?
I hope word spreads, that people look forward to Wednesdays. Wednesdays are one of our busiest days downtown for employees. So Mondays and Fridays tend to be a little slower in terms of office workers coming into work on site. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those are our busiest days. So I'm hoping that people make a point of coming into the office. Maybe they, on their way to the pavilion, stop in at one of our retail shops and pick something up for their family, or really we're in the business of trying to create those social connections. So to see people getting away from their desks and enjoying our downtown in the middle of their office day would be a really positive outcome for me.
Absolutely. Like I said, I eat my lunch in the East Park block most days when the sun's out. And I know a lot of other people do that too, but I think a lot of people don't step outside their office. And the difference between stepping outside your office and enjoying downtown and staying inside and eating your lunch, you enjoy going to work a lot more. Getting out and not just going from your car to your office, but going out and experiencing the downtown. It makes my days a lot better. And hopefully we see more people not just coming for the food trucks and the great food there, but bringing their lunch, sitting down, enjoying their time, and building a downtown culture here in Eugene that's not just about work, but also about enjoying it.
Yeah. And if you feel like you have to work through your lunch, bring a friend and have a meeting over lunch at on the plaza. Yeah, we can't always get away from work, but we can bring work with us to nicer spaces.
Totally. I absolutely need to take that advice, because there's some days I find myself just in here, but the days I get out and go for a walk or eat lunch elsewhere or do something like that are always the better days. So.
And Eric did have a meeting on the first one.
Yeah.
I spend my 11 to 2 o'clock in meetings on the plaza, eating lunch. I just rotated through my various meetings I had that day. It was a great way to spend a day.
Absolutely. Way better than at a desk.
That's awesome. So just kind of wrapping up here, where can people learn more about the event? Any tips for first timers?
Pretty straightforward, I would say. Show up, bring an appetite, or bring your lunch with you. Bring some colleagues or friends or family.
Just enjoy yourselves. I mean, if you brought a lunch, there's still dessert to be had there. And if you brought a dessert, there's a great lunch option there as well. But just getting out and enjoying it, seeing what we've built here and what Eugene's about. And don't be shy. Make friends. Join a table.
Yeah.
And where can I get more info if I was looking for times or anything?
We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. DowntownEugene.com should have information as well.
Thank you both for coming on today. Appreciate it so much, and appreciate your putting on this event. Sounds like a really awesome thing for downtown Eugene.
Thank
you.